What's going on, guys? It's June 6th, 2023. We're getting ready to launch Cat 13 weather balloon off of Western Carolina University's campus. Follow along, join in with us as we launch and recover this balloon.
Haven't seen you in season.
Roll call complete, and understand the launch will now be 30 minutes to 45 minutes later, so that it'll be now 30 and the control is standing by.
I'll stay till the finish line, and I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again.
The track and recovery process included an APRS transmitter. We broadcasted W4WCU-11. We were also able to use the North Carolina PRN DMR Network to coordinate our communications and recovery efforts, and utilized a net control in Raleigh. You can see here we've got the balloon inflating. We're running our final systems checks and getting ready for launch.
First air traffic notice has been made on Unicom. We're cutting the payload and lining it up for launch at this time.
We got millions of reasons to let it all go. Hope we're not too broken.
Jackson County Airport, 24 Alpha. Weather balloon launch, Western Carolina University, approximately 1.5 miles east of 24 Alpha Airport. Balloon has been launched, 3.9 meters a second ascent rate.
And we're off. The chase has now begun. As we leave Western's campus, we have a laptop mounted here with a mapping tool. APRS ISCE32 is the program. And what this is doing is taking the input packets that the balloon is transmitting, as you can see on the radio, and that is plotting the GPS coordinates on the map for us. Now, our initial flight path had us landing somewhere near Greenville-Spartanburg, so leaving out of Western Carolina's campus, we headed south on 107. Here's one of our other track and recovery teams following us south, and a junior track and recovery guy. We also equipped the payload with a beacon so we could direction find the payload when it hits the ground. In the next clip, you'll hear a pulsing in the background, which is that beacon. You're also going to hear Net Control give us an update on where the balloon is and the ground speed.
Latest on the balloon is 32,000 meters, traveling at 25 miles an hour, and it's coming up on Lake Coxaway. Net Control, sir.
Let's go swimming. Supposedly that was the address back there. I didn't see anybody.
Fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat, and on we'll go.
So we're almost to the landing point. Later on in the chase, Net Control was able to see the descent of the balloon and notify local authorities of the impending touchdown. So we were having a little bit of trouble finding their address, so we pulled off here and just kind of double-checked our bearings to make sure it was where we thought it was. In a minute, we'll figure out how to get into the driveway and actually meet up with emergency management and the local police department, who were able to inform us that after being notified of the balloon, they were able to watch it come down on this property. So you'll see us pull out the directional antenna here just to kind of get a bearing on where that beacon is coming from. Traditionally, we'll use this in conjunction with a direct path receiver for APRS, as usually once it's on the ground, there's a good chance that it may not be able to hit an APRS tower. Being able to receive direct path APRS has also proved vital, because once you have so much altitude, you can hit several different digipeaters, and you could be receiving a packet that is not the newest and most current packet from the transmitter.
I see a guy heading that way in the golf cart.
USL, W3WDD.
All in all, we were able to drive up pretty close to where the balloon made its final landfall, and emergency management actually located the balloon from above using one of their drones. One thing that was interesting is how strong the beacon was coming in, quite a ways before we got to the final resting place. It was soon apparent that this had to do with the altitude of where that balloon came to rest. Once we got permission from the property owner, we were off to go into the woods and try to find out exactly where this thing landed.
I have a feeling I'll have found it. He's looking up. I thought he found it. Are we? Okay.
What's our direction?
Follow that road.
As you can see, the first thing we came across was the balloon, which was hung up in this tree, and the next step was to continue searching for the payload boxes.
Oh, yep.
Oh, I see it.
Way up. That's insane. That's just the fattest I've ever seen.
And we found the payload way up in a tree, maybe about 100 feet. So we had to work with the property owner to make sure it was properly recovered, and we wound up leaving it overnight. Here you can see a picture of it from the drone, of it hanging way up in the treetops. Fortunately, later on, we got a tree climber to go out and recover the package for us. So even though we headed back to North Carolina empty-handed, we did have a successful track and recovery of the payload. Up next, you'll see a photo of the tree climber who recovered that payload for us. We appreciate you following along. We'll say 7-3 for now.